The whispers in the empty classroom. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Today, I want to tell you a horror story, The Whisper in the Empty Classroom. This story happens in a small high school in a quiet town. People said the school looked normal during the day. Students laughed in the hallways, teachers gave homework, and everyone went home before sunset. But at night, the school felt different, very different. There was one place students were afraid of the most: Classroom 12B. The classroom was on the third floor, at the end of a long dark hallway. The lights near the room often flickered, and the air there always felt colder than anywhere else. Years ago, a student named Clara studied in the classroom. She was quiet and intelligent, but she had almost no friends. Students often ignored her and some even bullied her. On Friday evening, Clara stayed late at school to finish a project. The security guard said she was still inside the building after everyone had gone home. But the next morning, Clara disappeared. No one knew what happened to her. Some people believed she ran away. Others thought something terrible had happened. After that day, strange things began happening in classroom 12B. Students heard whispers when nobody was there. Chairs moved by themselves. Sometimes writing appeared on the whiteboard overnight. One sentence always appeared again and again. Why did you leave me alone? At first, everyone thought it was just a prank. Until one night, three students named Kevin, Lisa, and Andre stayed after school to finish a science project. By the time they finished, it was already dark outside. We should go home, Lisa said nervously. Kevin laughed. Why are you scared? Ghost stories aren't real. Andrea looked uncomfortable. My brother told me where things happen here at night. Kevin rolled his eyes. Come on, let's prove those stories are fake. Then he pointed towards the third floor. Let's visit classroom 12B. Lisa immediately shook her head. No way. But Kevin kept convincing them until they finally agreed. The school hallways were silent as they walked upstairs. Their footsteps echoed loudly in the darkness. When they reached the third floor, the air suddenly felt colder, very cold. Lisa rubbed her arms. Do you feel that? She whispered. Andrea nodded slowly. The lights above them flickered. One, two, three times, then everything became quiet again. At the end of the hallway stood classroom 12B. The door was slightly open. Kevin forced a smile. See? Nothing scary. He pushed the door open. The sound echoed through the empty hallway. Inside, the classroom looked old and dusty. Moonlight entered through the windows, making strange shadows on the floor. Andre suddenly froze. Guys, he whispered. On the whiteboard, fresh words were written in black marker. Don't leave. Lisa stepped backward immediately. This isn't funny, Kevin. I didn't write that, Kevin answered quietly. Then suddenly, the classroom door slammed shut by itself. Lisa screamed. Andre quickly ran to the door and tried opening it, but it would not move. It's stuck, he shouted. The lights began flickering violently. On, off, on, off. Then complete darkness filled the room. Lisa started crying. Who's there? Kevin shouted, trying to sound brave. For a few seconds, there was silence. Then they heard a soft whisper, very close. Why did you leave me? The voice sounds like a girl. Cold air moved across the room. Andre turned on his phone flashlight with shaking hands. The weak light slowly moved across the classroom. Desk, chairs, books. Then, a girl was standing near the teacher's desk. Her long black hair covered her face. Her school uniform looked old and wet, as if she had been standing in the rain for years. Nobody could move. The girl slowly lifted her head. Her eyes were completely black. Lisa screamed loudly. The ghost suddenly rushed towards them. At the exact same moment, the classroom lights exploded. Everything became dark. The students shouted and pushed against the door desperately. Then suddenly, the door opened by itself. The three students ran as fast as they could down the hallway. They did not stop running until they reached the front gate of the school. Outside, the security guard looked shocked. What happened to you? He asked, but the students were too terrified to answer. The next morning, teachers found something strange inside classroom 12B. On the whiteboard was a new message. I still remember you. After that night, Kevin never joked about ghosts again. Lisa transferred to another school a few months later. Andre refused to ever enter the third floor again. And even now, students say that if you stay too late at school and walk near classroom 12B, you might hear someone whisper behind you, please don't leave me alone. That's all of my story. Thank you for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Goodbye.